Teaching poetry. I wandered lonely as a cloud. William Wordsworth, presented by Ramadhani Rojikin Hasya. Hello everyone. In this lesson, we'll explore I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, one of William Wordsworth's most beloved poems. It captures the moments of beauty and joy found in nature, reflection of the Romantic era's deep love for emotion, imagination, and the natural world. Before we head in, here is the learning objectives of today's lessons. First, student can explain the main idea of the poem. Second, students can identify important verbs in the poems. Lastly, students can complete simple practice tasks about the poem. Poet background. William Wordsworth was an English romantic poet who believed poetry should capture the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. His works often connect human emotion with the serenity of nature. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the star that shines and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretch in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The wave beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gaze and gaze, but little so what wealth the show to me had brought. For often, when my couch I lie in vacant or in pensive mood, they place upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. In the first stanza, Wordsworth described himself wandering lonely as a cloud. This simile shows how he feels separated from the world until he suddenly discovers a crowd of golden daffodils. The daffodils transforms his loneliness into wonder. In the second stanza, the poet compares the daffodils to stars, endless and shining. The daffodils seems to dance joyfully in the breeze to repetitions and rhythm. Wordsworth gives nature's human-like liveliness. In the third stanza, we hear Wordsworth express happiness, saying even the waves can't compete with the daffodils' joy. This hymn fills the poet with spontaneous delight. The word jocund, meaning cheerful, captures his mood perfectly. The final stanza shifts to memory and reflection. When he is alone or in a quiet mood, the poet remembers the daffodils. These memories bring him peace and happiness, showing that nature's beauty continues to comfort the soul even when the moment has passed. Language focus. Verbs in the poem. Let's look at the powerful verbs that bring this poem to life. Wandered, floats, saw, fluttering, dancing. It shows movement, not only of nature, but of emotion. Through these verbs, the poem feels alive. Activity 1. Match the verb to meaning. Now, let's do a short activity. Match its verb to its meaning. Wandered, to move aimlessly. Floats, to move gently. Saw, to perceive with the eyes. Fluttering, to move lightly and quickly. Dancing, to move rhythmically with joy. Activity 2. Fill in the blanks. Now, let us fill in the blanks together. The boat, lonely as a cloud. The daffodils were, and in the breeze. Activity 3. Identify the verb in the line. Now, let's try another short activity. I'll show you a line from the poem. Your task is to identify the main verb that gives the line its actions. Ready? First, the waves beside them danced. Second, the blast opened that inward eye. Third, I wandered lonely as a cloud. Thanks for a moment. Now let's check together. Dancing is the main verb in the first line. It makes the waves feel live. Plus, is the verb in the second line. It shows how fast memories return. Wandered is the verb in the third line. It expresses slow, aimless movement. Creative attention. Write your lines. Now, try this creative task. Write two poetic lines using any verbs from the poem. For example, I wandered through fields of gold, or dancing where stories unfold. Wordsworth teach us that joy is found in simple movement, in cloud, in flowers, and solitude. The poem reminds us that nature restores the heart even when life feels lonely. True happiness, he says, is born from memory and imagination. Thank you for learning and feeling the poetry today.